Good evening, viewers all over the world. I want to sincerely thank you for always tuning into this channel. We appreciate you a lot. My name remains Pastor Mrs. Faith Obazee. Some also call me Nurse Brown. Once again, I'm here this evening to deliver one or two things to us. I just want you to sit back and follow me as we go into what we have for today. The Bible tells us in the book of Psalm 91 verse 16 that the promise of God for us as his children is for us to have a satisfied long life. But I want to tell you this evening that the satisfied long life that God has promised us also comes with challenges. And I also want us to understand that aging is one of the planned work of God for us as his children. And that brings us to a topic this evening that has to do with the women. Menopause, understanding menopause. This topic, of a truth, it has to do with women, but it's to also profit our fathers if they can join us, our men if they can join us, because we the women, we want to understand us better. So if you are there, you are a man, please feel free to join us in this lesson this evening. So we'll be looking at the topic, understanding menopause. You see, menopause is one of those things that God, planned in the process of creating woman. God planned it from the beginning that there will be a stage where a woman will go through some certain stages of her life. And that is why it is very important that we look into this topic. And also, I also want to give us a scripture tonight, and that is Proverbs chapter 31 verse 30. And that place says, charm is deceptive and beauty is vain, but a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. Maybe you are going through that process of menopause at the moment, and you are beginning to look at your beauty. You feel you are no longer so sparky the way you used to be. That scripture is for you. Beauty is just but vain, but that woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. So once again, into the topic, understanding menopause. Menopause, like we said before, is the stages that God created with the woman. And these stages can come in three forms. First of all, like I said, menopause is a transition. And this is the period that starts from when a woman is between the age of 45 and 55. For some persons, it can come a bit earlier, depending on your lifestyle, depending on the kind of lifestyle you live as an individual. And also, it can also depend on your race. Whether maybe you are white, or you are black, or maybe you live a kind of life of smoking, you drink. All these factors, they have a long way of making your menopause either earlier or later. So, like I said before, it's a phase of life that occurs to every woman that is on this face of the earth. So if you are going through it right now, I don't want you to be discouraged. I don't want you to feel overworked, because it is a normal process. It's just to tell you that you are fulfilling the promise of God, which is a promise that God has promised us that he will satisfy us with long life. So you are already entering into that promises. So be happy with yourself, rejoice, don't feel bad, don't be depressed. And also, like I said before, these stages, they come in three transition, 3 stages of transition. And the first one is the perimenopause. That one is before menopause sets in. In this stage, the woman starts experiencing different types of symptoms. It is not something that is not supposed to be expected. It is so because during this period, the woman that normally produces, her ovaries normally produces estrogen, enough estrogen for her daily activities before. But during these stages, the ovaries can no longer produce enough estrogens for her to carry out her daily activities. And as a result of that, the body starts giving some symptoms. And those symptoms, they have a way of either weakening you as a woman, or making you to sick, or making you depressed. We'll go into that properly. There are some symptoms you need to look for as a woman. Maybe you are just clocking 45, or you are still in your late 40s, and sometimes you are experiencing some certain things in your body. Maybe you are just experiencing perimenopause. And this perimenopause, they go with symptoms like having hot flashes. Hot flashes, this is a situation whereby you have a feeling of heat, a sudden heat all over your body, especially in the upper region of your body. And when you feel it, some women, they start sweating immediately, they become very uncomfortable with themselves. They become very aggressive. It's just a phase of your life. It's not as if you are going mad, but it has to be watched. You need to understand your body as a woman. And as a man, you need to understand your wife. You need to understand that she's going through some certain changes in her life. And that is why this topic is very important for us as couples to understand that. So don't forget, we are still looking at the first stage of this transition that we called perimenopause. So the first symptom that I said was hot flashes. Another one is lack of sleep. Sometimes you discover that woman that used to sleep for 8 hours before, she can't even find 2 hours sleep. She wakes up in the middle of the night, she's just moving up and down. Maybe she on the lights 2-3 times in the night. And as a man, you are like, you get pissed off. It's not her fault. It's just the situation, the stages of her life. So it is very important that we understand these stages. And this lack of sleep, I also want to advise you, if it's becoming too frequent, I think you should see your doctor. If it's becoming too frequent that you cannot find sleep at night, it's very important you speak with your doctor, because it can lead to depression, and it can lead to mental illness. So it is very important that you see the doctor and talk to the doctor about it. So these symptoms, they occur as a result of the reduction in the production of estrogens. That before, when you were younger, this estrogens, they just produce normally. The ovaries, they produce them normally, and you use it for your daily activities. But by the time you begin to grow, you are growing older, they tend to reduce. And this reduction is what leads to these symptoms that we've mentioned before. Another symptom is changes in mood. You see that woman that used to be very friendly, now you can't predict her again as a man. Today she's happy, tomorrow she's very aggressive, next tomorrow she's over friendly. It is not her fault. It is because of the stages she's going through. And another symptom that is also common during this perimenopause is low libido. You see that woman that before, when you call her, come, let's go to the other room, she responds quickly. you discover that during this period, the interest for that kind of play reduces. It is not her fault. It is because of the reduction in the estrogens that she produces. It is reduced, and as a result of that, her body can no longer give all that it used to give before. It is important as couples that we consider that, so that you don't end up having quarrel with your partners as a result of the stages that they are going through. Another problem that a woman during this stage can also experience is bladder problem. You have problems. You have problems controlling your bladder. The white man will call it incontinence. So that means the ability for you to control your bladder, you will no longer have it. You no longer have control over your bladder. It is important that this period you also see your doctor and talk to your doctor. Yes, that is one symptom as well. And all these symptoms, when they are well managed, you have a normal life. And I also want to let us know that these estrogens that is reduced by the production of the ovaries, these estrogens that is reduced, you can also get supplements from your doctor. You can get estrogens as supplements to take, daily supplement that you can take to build your hormones, to make yourself active again.